This is a restoration of a heat exchanger water box, cast iron. You can see the pitting, holes through. This is prior to blasting. After blasting, you can see the holes through the corrosion. Prime coat of S30 Prime undercut corrosion inhibitor is applied. There you can see the holes through the flange face. Work it in extensively. Now we use EE92 to rebuild around the flange face where the perforations exist. You can see the bolt holes there are also broken clean through. So we'll work in one heavy layer of the 92 prior to use of the fiberglass composite. Here's the first pieces of fiberglass. Use a heavy 1.5 ounce crosshatch. Mix the product thoroughly on a mixing board and spread it in with a squeegee, forcing it in through all of the open spaces of the fiberglass. Apply the fiberglass and pat it in by hand to get a good wet out, moving all the air bubbles out with the palm of your hand and your fingers. And here we put a wet coat, again doing by hand. Working with the fiberglass can be a bit easier than trying with a squeegee. To work it in, you want to really wet out the fiberglass as best you possibly can, and moving the air bubbles out, particularly a severe pitted cast iron surface like this. You get a lot of pockets of air in there. You have to work those out. Then after we let it set for about an hour under heat lights, then we trowel in a heavy layer of 95. We pull off our tape. We cover the flange face. Now we grind. Grind the flange face. Grind all surface areas. You want to grind all the ridges down and get it as smooth as practical. Wipe this down with acetone or MEK, and then we trowel on another coat. Go through the process again of sanding. In this case, let it cure about an hour, and you can sand it with a heavy sandpaper. And then apply your final coat. Again, we're working it in with brush here, and then we're going over with a squeegee to smooth it out. The final coat that we're putting on will not be ground or sanded. The intermediate coats 2 and 3 were applied and then sanded and applied over again. The final coat here we make as smooth as possible. Here you see the unit reinstalled where it's been in service for excess of 2 years.